So I got into illustration when my degree ended at uni and I had lots of free time, so I just spent it doodling and I started painting a bit, but it basically came out of enjoyment of doing it and getting back into something that I used to really love just because I had free time. A little while after I started to draw more, I decided to make products from my work because there was a little demand for it and a lot of people had suggested that they would buy something. So basically it would just happen naturally. The first piece of merch I made was, I think it was actually t-shirts of tombstone design because those had been my most popular drawing. And it was the Ringer t-shirt. And they did so well that I made a few more designs and that sort of started everything off properly. And I still love that design and I think I might bring it back. So I used Awesome Merchandise as a company, first of all in, I think it was 2014. I found you by Googling and then ever since, my favourite. I was looking for t-shirts online and a lot of the websites I found were quite confusing, especially as someone who was just starting. And I think that the Awesome Merch website was very easy and it was all explained very well, and that meant that I sort of related to it straight away. The most popular piece of merch that I do now, I think, would be enamel pins. Always do really well, and that's something I've tried to make more of recently that I couldn't do before. And also notebooks always do really well. I think anything that people can use and enjoy using is always popular at the moment. My advice to people who want to make the jump from creating to creating merch of their work would be to, first of all, I think to put things out there and to keep posting and to be consistent with it. And then see what happens and not have any pressure on yourself and not have any kind of fear that it's going to go wrong. I think you just have to go forward with it and see what happens. And then if the response is good, there are so many options. But I would also recommend that they really try to understand what they want to make and how it relates to what they are already creating. A tea towel is a good product for an illustrator to put their design onto because there's a big area, first of all, to print on. And also it doesn't have to be used as a tea towel. I know that I've sold them a few years ago as wall hangings and I think that's a really nice thing for people to have. And it's a relatively low cost item as well. But it's a nice way to display work that isn't on paper or card and is screen printed.